Let me ask you something. Mark Zuckerberg just dropped $400 million on a fortress in Hawaii. Underground, self-sustaining. Food, water, the whole thing. Peter Thiel tried to build one in New Zealand. The government shut him down. Bunker air filtration systems sold out. One supplier sold 711 of them in a single month. More than the previous 13 years combined. Now think about who these people are. They own the information. They sit in rooms where decisions get made. They know what the algorithms are actually doing. They see financial data before you do, and they're going underground. They'll tell you it's just people being paranoid, that it's no big deal. It's less than 1% of their net worth. But here's what they won't tell you. Many of these clients have elite intelligence on geopolitical risk, economic volatility, and AI threats. So the question isn't whether something's coming. The question is, why are we the last one to know? And here's what you do with that. Pay attention to what they do, not what they say. When people with the best information start prepping, that's information. I'm Blutimus. This is what they do that they don't tell you.
Welcome to Mr. Love 1985. You know, over the past few years, billionaires and even some multimillionaires have been building these underground super bunkers for whatever reason. And it poses the question, what do they know that we don't know? What are they all preparing for? That's the question that we're all asking. So let's go ahead and check out a few more of these.
I do have an underground tunnel.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
In USA?
There's a ranch in Kauai. Yeah. Where there's this whole thing where people were like, there's this whole meme about how people are saying I built this like bunker underground. It's like more of underground storage
Bring it
situation. But yeah, no, it's
Oh, wow. Zucky got that bunky. What's under the ground is more water, right?
it's basically what you just said. It's sort of a tunnel that just goes to another building.
Yeah.
These celebrities and their underground bunkers, let's talk about it because it's just so much going on. So over the past few years, all these millionaires and billionaires have been building these like super teched out underground bunkers. It is said that Mark Zuckerberg and his wife has this 270, I believe, $1 million bunker that is being in the making. And these bunkers are all over the world. And y'all know I said all this to say, this reminds me of something. On American Horror Story Apocalypse, this whole season was about the spawn of Satan, the Antichrist, ending the world. And he needed the Illuminati and the higher ups to basically help plan out this thing. So what they did was that he called a big meeting with all of the world leaders, the celebrities, the everybody that you know that has a name. He held this meeting and he basically was like, y'all already have the resources. You have all these underground bunkers. You have a fallout shelter. You have all these things. Basically, let your family know to be there when we send out these missiles to end the world. And y'all will be safe when the end times has started. And I know some people are like, yeah, they're just doing this for safety reasons, just in case. No, they're doing this for a reason. It's one thing to make a little safety shelter for like if it's a tornado or earthquake or something, but full on underground bunkers in homes that is stocked and prepared for years and years and years. It reminds me of Apocalypse, American Horror Story. And if y'all haven't watched that season, I recommend watch it. But if you got the money, hey, I mean, might as well do what you gotta do. But I just found it so crazy how all these millionaires and billionaires are having these bunkers. And on American Horror Story, the ticket was like $100 million to even secure your slot. Or, you know, to be in one of these bunkers when the world ended. Well, that's just a little food for thought. Let me know what y'all think about this.
It's interesting that all the people building AI are also building bunkers, like Mark Zuckerberg that put a huge bunker in Hawaii.
A lot of billionaires are preoccupied with living forever.
When I was at the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, we got to go inside one of these so-called doomsday bunkers.
We have deep underground military bases. I'm sure you're aware of that all over the world, but especially under the continental United States. We're talking 1 mile to 2 miles below the surface of the earth.
What happens inside of them still remains highly classified. When we got there, a giant metal blast door opened in the side of a mountain. And so I was taken to one of those places that was hundreds and hundreds of feet underground, down into these tunnels that take us into basically an underground city. Some of it was kind of like off of the movies where you see a room where they're monitoring a bunch of different televisions, things that are going on all over the country.
People have been trying to find the fountain of youth for a long time, and every generation somebody seems to have the answer. So far, they've all been wrong.
Have you ever thought about what you would do if you had to survive nuclear winter, if you had to survive it? Because I would just walk into the fire. I know I'm not built for it.
I mean, there's a great quote by Nikita Khrushchev, the former Soviet premier, where he says the survivors would envy the dead.
Then why do all these billionaires have these doomsday bunkers? What are they thinking they're going to be able to survive?
I mean, I have actually had conversations with those individuals. I've been sort of like asked, hey, could we get a little more information on this? You know,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a reality that people believe that if they have a bunker in New Zealand or in Australia, they can withstand. Now, according to Professor Toon, those are actually two places that would still possibly have agriculture, in New Zealand and Australia. But the people who have the nuclear bunkers there who live in the United States, they're just simply not going to be able to get there in their G5, you know, in time. Because by the time you realize nuclear war is happening, you're under that 72-minute time. You got to get to the airport to get your G5 going. I mean, it's not, there's
just
not
the logistics.
It's
Get your bag in
logistics.
order.
Forget the bags. You just run.
Not even.
Still might not get there in time.
Still might not
That's
get there.
literal.
Yeah.
Right?
And then, by the way, you get to the bunker. Really, you're going to be living on Soylent for like 10 years? Halfway through these conversations with these billionaires, did you ever go like, this guy's a fucking loser?
Not my place.
So you thought that.
A lot of the people that are building these bunkers are not just celebrities such as Oprah and people like that. They are actually the billionaire tech bros that are on the forefront of AI. So a lot of these AI forward or inventive tech people are the ones building these bunkers. Here in the US, as we're dealing with super hyperinflation, raised gas prices, raised food prices, rent, mortgage, insurance, everything is going up, and we're just trying to keep our wits about us. These people are building underground palatial palaces beneath the earth and stocking them with supplies and water and food and all of these things that we probably can't even imagine, sci-fi looking stuff, for years and years to come. So why are they doing this? This is a question. If it's so amazing out here, what is their reasoning for building these super underground palaces? I hear Mark Zuckerberg, he spent like $270 million on his bunker in Kauai right now. That's under the ground. All these tunnels under the ground. They obviously feel like they know or do know something that's going to happen, and they're preparing themselves in advance while the rest of us are just left here scratching our heads. You know, personally, I think that these elite, especially the billionaire class and a lot of the celebrities, are actually fallen angels, but that's going to be for another video. Let's go ahead and check a few more of these out.
They're building an underground bunker under the White House to defend themselves. They know the economy is going to crash. They know it is about to get ugly. They know people are actually about to start getting upset. They know a depression is coming. They are building themselves a bunker under the fucking White House to protect themselves from the population once the people flip this bitch.
There is a history of near extinction events. And one of the things that I've looked at, because I'm trying to figure out, you know, between fiscal 1998 and fiscal 2015, there were 21 trillion of undocumentable adjustments in the U.S. government. If you go to our website, missingmoney.solera.com, we have years and years of documentation, including the government financials that show this. And so the question is, where's all this money going? And one of the things I've looked at in the process of looking at where all this money is going is the underground base and city infrastructure and transportation system that's been built. And
I'm sorry?
Yes. So we have built an extraordinary number of underground bases and supposedly transportation systems. Some of these are some of these are documented as part of the national security infrastructure. I think there are many more. So
in the United States?
In the United States, all over the world. But from 2021 to 2023, I took one of the smartest subscribers in the Solera Report network, and he and I spent 2 years collecting all the data and all the allegations on underground bases. And then we systematically went through and tried to estimate our guess. This is totally a guess of how many underground bases, both underground in the United States, but also underground under the ocean around the United States. And our estimate was 170.
I'll put it this way. 50% of the scientists that created the COVID vaccine have been in this office buying bunkers from me. I get it from talking to them. Okay? This is coming from the people who created the COVID vaccine coming now to get bunkers for the future of what they think is coming.
Hey AI, why are billionaires building doomsday bunkers in New Zealand right now?
They're not building bunkers because they think the world will end. They're building bunkers because they think the social contract will. When you have that much money, you don't fear collapse like it's a movie. You fear a slow, ugly ungluing, supply chains stuttering, trust evaporating, politics turning feral, and the public noticing, really noticing, who has power and who doesn't. Add AI-driven job displacement, misinformation at industrial scale, climate shocks, pandemics, and the simple fact that modern life is a just-in-time miracle held together by vibes and logistics, and you get a rich person's nightmare. Not death, but loss of control. New Zealand is the luxury version of far away. It's geographically isolated, politically stable, low population density, food and water security, and it's not on the front row of most geopolitical blast radii. A bunker there isn't a survival plan, it's an exit option. It's a hedge against the one risk money can't easily buy off in the moment: mass instability. Here's the part that matters for you. Don't read bunker building as prophecy. Read it as signal. The people closest to the levers think turbulence is normal now. So build your own bunker in skills, community, and optionality. Get AI literate fast, diversify income, reduce dependency on fragile systems, and invest in relationships that actually show up when things wobble. The future isn't ending, it's repricing security, brutally and in real time.
Okay.
Interesting stuff, to say the least. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below what you guys have seen or feel about these underground bunkers being built all over the country. Are you in an area such as Kauai, Hawaii, where you have seen these massive bunkers being created, or anywhere else in the United States? What do you think about that? I'd love to know the impact these, as they're being built, has had on, communities around, and what people are saying. I'd love to know in the comments below. Also, if you're getting any value from these videos and you just love hanging out, I'd appreciate it if you guys could like and subscribe. It really helps us out as we're growing our channel. I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Nice talk. We'll see you in the next one. Later.